So what's going on, people? I hope you're well. Guys, Freddie Roach in an interview mentioned on Boxing Scene. So a lot of you guys ask me, where do we get this information from? Boxing Scene. So go check out the articles on Boxing Scene. He's mentioned that Manny Pacquiao's not bothered by the knockout loss he had to Juan Manuel Marquez. And he goes, Manny Pacquiao looks at the sport that a knockout is part and parcel of the game. As we know, some fighters are mentally scarred from a knockout and they're never the same. There's been many fighters in the past that, you know, once they got knocked out, they weren't the same fighters, you know. Manny Pacquiao is somebody that's been knocked out before, and he always comes back because he's mentally very strong. He's not affected by being knocked out. Everyone's affected a little bit by getting knocked out. You know, you could probably say against Mayweather he was a bit more gun shy because of that right hand people kept talking about. When he, you know, before that, he was quiet. Before the Juan Manuel Marquez knockout, Manny Pacquiao was very reckless. And I think after that knockout, he realized he can be hurt and he can be put to sleep. So you saw a more cagey approach. And I think that Juan Manuel Marquez loss, definitely, in my opinion, if he didn't have that loss, that knockout loss, I don't think his performance against Mayweather would have been as cagey, because people kept saying, oh, you got to watch out for his right hand. You got to watch out for his right hand. The right hand that is the same right hand that, you know, Marquez hit you with and put you away. But I think that definitely played in the fight. But I think Mayweather's a different animal as well. Don't get me wrong. He's obviously a different beast of a fighter. He's more cagey, very difficult to hit. So a lot of people troubled him. But the way Pacquiao's come back from that knockout loss, and let's not forget, when he got knocked out, he wasn't a spring chicken. You know, when he got knocked out to Juan Manuel Marquez, that would have ruined a lot of young fighters. A lot of young fighters would have struggled to come back from that. Manny Pacquiao was aged when he got knocked out. He was probably, you could say, coming to the back end of his career when he got knocked out. And a lot of people said, you know, Manny Pacquiao might not be able to come back. Look what he's done since. You know, look at the fighters he's beaten since. He's beaten some top names since. You know, so you have to give Pacquiao a lot of credit, because, you know, to come back from a devastating knockout like that, you know, Amir Khan's another one who trained alongside Pacquiao, who's had knockout losses. He got knocked out to Bradis Prescott and he came back. Then he got knocked out to Danny Garcia and he got knocked out to Canelo, and now he's making a comeback. It looks like he's going to fight Crawford. So there's certain fighters that react badly to knockouts. There's certain fighters that think it's part and parcel of the sport. We've got knocked out, but that happens in boxing. You get knocked out, you come back. There's been many great fighters that have been knocked out. Lennox Lewis, you know, he got knocked out. He was a great fighter, you know, so it happens. It's part and parcel of boxing. Mike Tyson got knocked out. Fighters can get knocked out. It's boxing, you know, you get hit in the sweet spot, and that's it. It's good night. So that's how boxing works. That's how boxing is, you know. But it's the mentally strong ones that are able to get over that. There's many fighters that knockout, because it wasn't an ordinary knockout that Pacquiao got when Pacquiao got knocked out to Marquez. He was put to sleep. It was one of them knockouts where you're fearing for a man's life. It was that bad. So for Manny Pacquiao to make a comeback the way he has after that knockout loss, like I said, and at the age he was as well, you have to take your hats off to him, and he's a mentally very strong individual. And like I said, there's not many boxers that would have been able to bounce back the way Manny Pacquiao did after that knockout loss to Juan Manuel Marquez. It was quite a while ago, but it was a devastating knockout. Like I said, when Marquez hit him, right, I honestly feared for Pacquiao's life, because I thought he had done serious damage. The way Pacquiao went down head first into the canvas, it was a seriously bad knockout. Seriously bad knockout. But that's Pacquiao. Pacquiao's mentally very strong. He just looks at it. It's the part and parcel of the sport. Getting knocked out is part and parcel of my job. It can happen, you know. So Pacquiao's mentally very strong. That's why he was able to bounce back. Let's see how far he can go in terms of if he can beat Broner, which most people think he will, and then he'll move on to fight one of the top boys. Let's see if at this age, at the age of 40, whether Pacquiao can go on to win a legitimate world title at welterweight against the boys that are currently world champion. Leave your thoughts, guys, and guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.